I had my mic muted from restreaming earlier, so there we go. Alright, so I'm ready when you guys are. I'll give you a countdown if you're ready, Cho. Okay, let's start then in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and I'm gonna mute. You guys enjoy your cutscenes, okay?
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
Dr. Light, what is the problem?
A strange meteor has fallen to Earth just a while ago. This meteor seems to be emitting a powerful energy signature. Something this powerful must not fall into the hands of evil.
I understand, Dr. Light. I'm on it.
Thank you, Mega Man. If you can, please bring the meteor back.
Okay.
Alright, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, so here we go. Mega Man 8. So we're in the intro stage here. We're going to be grabbing our first power-up from Rush here, which is Mega Ball. This is the best weapon in the game. Not only is it good for dealing damage, but it's insanely good for platforming. Oops. Okay, something like that. And you'll be seeing it here that I can jump off of it as sort of a rush coil sort of thing. But better than rush coil, because I can chain the jumps together in midair. Yeah, that's really my capture card. There's not much I can do about it. Sorry. Alright, so here's Yada Cargo. Really, there's not much to this guy. I just gotta put the balls in his face. Okay, impossible.
Now the world is mine! Gotcha!
Okay, so just like with Mega Man 7, this game is divided into two sets of 4 robots that each have their own little weakness loop in this game, much more than Mega Man 7. I'm going to be starting with Grenade Man, just because he gives a rush upgrade from his mid boss that is very, very good.
I'm Grenade Man!
Really, the only two options are Grenade or Tengu, and you definitely want Bike and Clown Man, so... Alright, so that first screen is like maybe the hardest thing in the game. One of the really nice parts about this game is that you have a dedicated button for Mega Buster. So even though I'm on Mega Ball, I can still hold a charge. Really useful for blowing up these blocks. Okay, so here's the mid-boss. This guy's a bit of a jerk. He can dive in the garbage whenever he feels like it and waste about 5 seconds. So grabbing that gives me access to Rush Bike, which is a really, really good upgrade. While I'm on the bike, I move at faster than normal slide speed, and I also maintain the speed in the air. Alright, just a little safety there, just in case. Okay, so this boss fight is actually really interesting. This is the first Mega Man game to implement half charges as a damage mechanic that deal more than 1 damage. Most bosses in this game take 1, 2, 3 damage from Buster. Ideally, I want Grenade Man to stay on the ground as much as possible, like this. Yeah, half charged are ideal. Grenade Man has 40 HP, just like every other boss in this game. So if you open with a charge shot and hit him with a charge on the fall, then he has an even number of health, so the 2 damage works out really well. Okay, so we are into Frostman now. We're on the weakness order now. Was not a very good turn cancel, sorry Pot Dot. Okay. So here come the auto-scrollers. These ones aren't too bad, I don't think. These ones are kind of fun. Because you got these penguins to mess around with. So one thing to talk about here is I'm going to be picking up some bolts here. Bolts work like currency in this game. You can buy parts from Dr. Light's shop if you have enough bolts. And I need 5 of them to access the slide upgrade. Thankfully there are 6 of them directly in my path, so I don't have to go out of my way or anything. Alright, the really good part about the Rushboard auto-scrollers is that you're moving so fast that Mega Ball jumps get their timing window extended. Pretty much as long as you're falling at all on the board, you can get a Mega Ball jump. So one more Rush Bike usage here. Oh, what was that? I guess I haven't mentioned those. Those are called money jumps, whenever you slide off of a ledge and Mega Ball jump out of it. It's an 8-frame window from when you leave the ledge to when you're gonna die if you miss it. So it's not too impossible, but it's just impossible enough that you'll probably miss it once in a while. Okay, so Frostman's kind of an unfortunate robot master. He doesn't do very much damage, so the optimal strat here is just to kind of let him do whatever he wants and he'll go down before you do. Okay, so this next stage is really cool. Or at least it would be if it didn't have 3 minutes of auto-scroller in the middle of it. But as far as the platforming goes, this is maybe my favorite stage in the game.
Ready.
Okay, so you're supposed to ride these bubbles up through this section, but the bubbles don't go very fast, so we'll skip all that. Yeah, one other thing I didn't mention about this game is this is one of the few Mega Man games that doesn't make quick weapon switching despawn the weapon that's currently on screen. So, like, for example, if I have an Ice Wave on screen, I can switch to Mega Ball and Mega Ball something and not kill the Ice Wave. It means you can sort of combine weapons together to, like, just clear out enemies really quickly. As far as partners go on this auto-scroller, the first one it doesn't matter at all if you get anyone or no one or whatever. In the second one, you definitely want the bird, because Beat Axe is a constant damage hitbox, so if I just walk up to the mid-boss of this section with Beat, then Beat will just constantly hit him over and over again. There he is.
This auto scroller, I just wanted to mention something if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, go for it.
So there's something really cool that a ton of people are really wanting to see live on camera from one of the runners that we're helping raise money for to be able to get to AGDQ this year. And that is PC head teeth smashing. I have no idea what that looks like. I'm not sure anybody really knows what that looks like. But if you want to see teeth smashing live on camera at AGDQ 2018, please donate to help make sure that our runner, Reese and also Cassio third, both of them get to AGDQ to take part in the So, come on. You know you want to see it.
I definitely want to see it.
Just type, if you need the link, you can always at any time just type !donate in the chat, or you can just hit the donate button below the stream.
Okay, so this next section's gonna look really scary. I promise I know what I'm doing. Okay, well I sort of know what I'm doing, at least. So this boss is really interesting. Tengu takes double damage from Buster, but ideally you want to be getting ice waves into him anyway. So I'm going to be trying to chase him around with Mega Balls and Ice Wave. This is a really hard strat though. I might mess this up. Messing it up.
Here you go! No way! Here you go!
Fortunately, if you're bad like me, you can always default to just waiting for him to come down. Okay, so the last of the first four here. This game doesn't really start until after the first four Robot Masters, so just hang in there. We're almost to the video game. This train cycle can be kind of annoying. Thankfully, you can speed the trains up by shooting them if you need to. I'm out of dog already, dang. Alright, so here is Sissy Roll, the cousin of Sissy Truck. This guy doesn't do much other than bounce around, and I'm just gonna be dropping Mega Balls on him while he's doing that. Oops. Nidua. Oh! I got owned by audio delay there. Alright, give me 1 second.
Ready.
Okay. Hold on. You can make it across this if you have really good movement and are not listening to audio that's off by about a second. Okay. So here you're going to see me combine Tornado Hold with Mega Ball. Tornado Hold lets you ascend vertically moderately quickly, and I can combine that with Mega Ball jumps to go very, very fast. I'm skipping all of this because this takes too long. The intended strat there is to, like, know which question mark blocks connect to each other to ascend every time the bell dings. But that takes way too many cycles.
Weakling, this isn't a joking matter.
Oops. So here's Clown Man. This guy's a jerk. Or at least he can be. He can do this attack where he just decides to bounce around the room and waste 3 seconds.
See you in my dreams.
The only really annoying part about Clown Man is that his weakness is Tornado Hold, but it's only the tornado part. It's not the fan. So if he's on the ground, you need to shoot him with a Buster Shot first, and then drop the tornado on him. Anyway, here's the next cutscene. Enjoy.
Dr. Light, how's it going? Will it be okay?
I'm almost finished. The battery will be charged in 10 minutes.
That's good. By the way, what do you make of these?
These seems to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wily's hands. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wily.
He still lives.
What the?
Mega Man, you must go after him. We don't know who he is, and it's dangerous to leave him alone.
Yes, sir! Let's go, Rush!
Alright, so thanks for donating for that. I enjoyed it. Alright, so here's the mid-stage. We're going to be fighting Duo, who's that giant angry yelling guy. Duo's kind of annoying. He has 15 HP, and he takes exactly 1 damage from everything that's not a full charge. So I'm going to do sort of a CFO strat here, where I mitigate the charge time with a Flash Bomb, and then hit him with a fully charged Buster Shot as soon as he comes out of his iframes. Unfortunately, he can do this, where he bounces around and wastes my time. No, Pot Dot. Sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and shop real quick. Defeating Duo adds a row of shop items, and one of those I want very much.
Right on! Good luck, Mega Man! Let's do it!
It's kind of like Armadillo Casio, except he can do it as many times as he wants. So I guess it's kind of like Buster only Armadillo. Alright, so you can see immediately just how much better Hyper Slider is. Oops. Too many swaps. Alright, so I'm going to be attempting a skip here in this maze. This saves about 3 to 4 seconds if I get it. Hopefully I'll get it. Ah, okay, that's unfortunate. We'll be walking around then.
Ready.
I think that's like a... it was 1 frame, but I think it's a little bit more now. It's pretty tight still to get under there without dying. So, about the route here, we don't have any hard weaknesses because the weaknesses form 2 separate cycles, but the developers of this game decided to mitigate that by adding soft weaknesses. So both Astro Man and Sword Man have a soft weakness that deals 2 damage instead of 3. And it turns out that Astro Man is faster most of the time. He's a lot less RNG dependent with Flash Bomb than Sword Man is with Ice Wave. Okay, so this section's all about just catching the right platform cycles. If you can catch the platforms, it's not too hard. Swordman has to be against the wall to be hit with Ice Wave. That's what makes it awful. So there's the last tornado hold ball jump you'll see. After this, the weapon swaps get a little bit too complicated to do it reliably. The sword fight with Ice Wave is actually really cool, because you combine like Ice Wave, Flash Bomb, and Buster to do it, but it's really, really luck dependent. Like way more so than Astro Man. Okay, so Astro can either crush me, which hopefully he won't do, or he can be really nice to me and just give me the attack where he spins his balls around. Hopefully that's the one we get. Yeah, this is the one. Stop it. No, 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 go back to that. Go back to that. I changed my mind. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I know. I immediately regretted my decision. never claimed to be perfect, Bata. So now that we have a weapon, we'll be back on the weak disorder. We'll be going to Aqua and then Sword and then Search.
Let's do it! I'm Aquaman.
This stage is actually really technical. The water physics make it really, really annoying to go fast, especially when you're trying to go up.
Ready.
So you'll see me use ball jumps and also tornado hold a fair bit in this level. And we're coming up on the mid-boss here, Gorane, who is the worst, like most other bosses in this game. This guy takes the same amount of damage, I think it's 2 from more or less everything. So that's convenient in some sense that you can just hit him with whatever, but he also can just dive into the waterfall at any point that he chooses and waste your time. Being super nice to me. Okay, that was a really good Gorane. There's one other thing that's kind of annoying. The waterfall loops,
Ready.
and the game doesn't transition to the end. It's sort of like a frame roll from Super Mario Brothers until it reaches the end of the waterfall. So if you get a really bad pattern, you can lose additional time by waiting for the boss. Let's health here just in case. That's a better slide cancel than my last one. Contrary to popular belief, those spikes are not one-hit kill. They just do a lot of damage. It actually is faster to go on top of them because you can slide instead of having to deal with the awful terrain below. Alright, so here's Aquaman. Hopefully he won't be doing anything.
I'm Aquaman.
If I alternate between Crush and Buster, then the only time he has a chance to hit me is at the start of the fight. Which is why I pick up the big health and the bomb shaft just in case. Alright, so next up is the most fun stage in the game, I think. The most clever stage in the game, maybe. Swordman is really, really neat because of the way this game is structured. Since the weaknesses are locked in like a 4 Robot Master cycle, once you get to this point, the developers can assume that you have certain weapons. So the first half of this stage is like a series of trial rooms based on the first 4 Robot Master weapons. So you get a lot of cool weapon usage here. That's not one of them. Alright, so like for example, here's the Thunderclaw room. Thunderclaw triggers these switches instantly. It also lets you swing on these pegs. One other thing I didn't mention about Thunderclaw is that it's really good for enemies that have a lot of health but no iframes, like the big guy there. Thunderclaw on the rebound, it doesn't trigger iframes, so it'll just like shred things if you let it. So perfect luck here. The gimmick of this room is that Flash Bomb lights it up. Each of the 3 rooms has a color in the background. Flash Bomb lets you see the pattern. Tornado hold. It's going to be used to elevate these little switches to open the locks. And then last but not least, Ice Wave is going to be used to freeze these giant flame pillars. Okay, and that leads into Gear Eye. This boss used to be terrible, but we sort of have a better grasp on how he works now. Hopefully I'll be 2 cycling him, if I can remember how to do this correctly. I messed it up. He has no iframes when he opens and closes, so if you put him like just above half, which is where he spawns the hammer, and then just spam flash bombs at him, usually you can 2 cycle him. But it's a little bit dependent on good execution. So I'm gonna be going for a skip here. Skip is hard. Alright. Maybe it's not so hard. It's a really scary money jump because you don't have the full 8-frame window. Certain amounts, then you just like fall in the lava and die. You have to actually get a good. Oops. You have to actually get a good money jump. Not that. Okay, so here's Swordman. This is another guy that used to be terrible, but now we've sort of got him figured out. So I'm hoping he's gonna go against a wall. If he goes against the wall, I win. Thanks, Swordman. Okay, I win. Alright. The gimmick here is that we want to prevent Swordman's spins that you saw at the start, because he's invincible during them. If he's up against a wall and you get between him and the wall, because he has no horizontal space to spin, he just won't. So as long as he doesn't spin at the start of the fight, you win. Which is much, much, much better than how it used to be.
Let's do it!
I'm Searchman, okay?
Okay, so this is going to be the final usage of Rush Bike that you're going to see. Usually Rush Bike is exactly as fast as Hyper Slider, so there's no point in pausing to switch to it. But here, since we're in the air so much, we need to maintain the slide speed. So we're going to be using Rush Bike. Oops. Oh yeah, this song is really good. This OST as a whole is one of my favorites. And this second half here, you're just... I'm gonna go crazy with the weapon swaps. So gonna go crazy with sliding into the thorny bushes, but that's okay. Jerk! Oh my god, those birds. Yeah, those money jumps over the pit save about 20 frames, so I definitely lost time because of the birds going for those. Alright, so Searchman, we're looking for no bushes. Bushes waste time because he has to jump off the screen. Okay, that's cool. Man. Alright, here's 8 robots.
Homing sniper! Let's do it!
Alright, so unfortunately that's basically the end of the game. The Wily stages are not nearly as interesting as the last 4 robots.
Ready.
Yeah, so at the start here we have a jetboard auto-scroller, so this is a good time for donations or plugs or whatever.
Slide, slide.
Alright, well, just wanted to mention it coming up later today. We're getting close to the end of the classic Mega Man block here, as we've got Mega Man 10 after this. And later this morning, we'll be having a run of Undertale, a true pacifist ending of that. And we've got quite a few different videos that you can get in on, and 2 of those specifically deal with Undertale. So you can name the character, player name, it's a 6-character max. Currently the lead for that Dingus has $25.57. Second place is Temily with $5.01, and Temmie for $5. So if you want to influence your player name, all of those are quite usually within range. There's also a nice bit for if you want to help support the Undertale. So just keep those incentives in mind as we move along.
Cool, thanks. Okay, so this is a bad boss. For one very, very dumb reason. The precise spot where you're put into the room is dependent on your slide speed when you hit the door. So varying velocities will give you varying positions, which makes the early hit very, very awkward to get. Other than that though, the fight's fairly consistent. The only thing you really have to know is that you can angle Mega Ball kicks up by holding up, which I definitely didn't know as a kid. I don't think it tells you anywhere that you can actually do that. Thank God the monkey's not here, Terex. Oh my gosh. Monkey makes the fight impossible. That's variable too, Pot Dot, because it depends on what frame of the walking animation you're in.
Ready.
Alright, so the first half of the stage is really cool. A lot of varied weapon usage here. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things like that in this game, like you get different shot altitudes depending on what exact frame of the walk cycle you're in when you shoot. Stuff like that that's really goofy. Also, Water Balloon is amazing, by the way. I don't think enough people know about this weapon. There's no shot limit on this, so I can just... forever. At least until I run out of ammo. So there's a new thing in this auto-scroller. Well, new. I think it's like 2 years old now, but it's fairly new. I'm going to be taking damage in this, and I'm going to be attempting to pull off a death warp. save about 11 or so seconds in this auto-scroller. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so once I get past these bats here, assuming they don't kill me, I have died to the bats before anyone asks. So once I get past here, I'm gonna die as soon as his climb comes on screen. And then as soon as that guy comes on screen, that's basically the checkpoint trigger. So it pushes me forward a bit in the auto-scroller. So anyway, this is Bliking. I hate Bliking. He's not a nice guy. This boss has two parts to him. He has his tail, which is horizontal, and his wings, which are vertical. All of his health bar is in his wings. So if he opens his tail like that, that's just a straight time loss. Alright, that's a free cycle though. If he opens everything, that's a guaranteed N+1 cycle. Not bad.
Let's do it!
Oh my god. Papa, you're hurting me with your words.
Ready.
Alright. So the first half of the stage is really tough. There's a lot of really precise Mega Ball jumps you gotta fit in here. You also don't have a whole lot of room for error here. Mega Ball is very tightly routed through this stage. Okay, so here's Bass. Bass has Duo Syndrome where he only takes 1 damage from everything except for Full Charge Buster. So I'm gonna do the same strat I did on Duo, where I try to mitigate the charge time with a Flash Bomb. That's like the average win point, I guess. Depending on where you defeat Base, he has to move to that spot before he'll talk to you. And he moves very slowly, as you can tell, so if you defeat him in a bad spot, you can lose a bunch of time to just having to move. Oh yeah, Bass, sorry. I was thinking of Bass from Mega Man 7. I think that's a different character. Alright, so this boss is manipulable if you stand in the right spot. Hopefully I remember where the right spot is. It's been a little while. Here? I think this is my spot. Nope. Okay. Alright, that's the second best pattern though. So I got lucky. He can do up to 4 of those waves, or he can do like a spike attack that is equivalent to about 2 or 3 waves. So either nothing or 1 is what you're looking for. Alright.
Let's do it!
So we're into refights now. The order doesn't matter too much. I'm going to be starting with Swordman just because you have to take a lot of damage to manipulate Swordman. So I want to make sure I have full health going into that. This run hasn't been bad. The cutscenes are about 6 minutes, so this is going to be a 52, I think.
I won't.
Yeah, Countdown, that's pretty new. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. I didn't want to spend the health to manipulate him again.
But you can call me handsome guy.
Oh my god. I did the thing. Okay. I'm gonna take a minute here while I'm fighting Searchman to plug the resources for this game. Maple's the world record holder, and I am currently 2nd place in this game.
Ready? Yeah.
Maple and I have put together a pretty comprehensive document for learning and just storing knowledge of this game. I'll link it in the stream chat after this fight, but if you're looking to get into Mega Man as a speedrun, I highly recommend it. It's fairly comprehensive at this point. Oh, thanks, Boogie. You beat me to it. Alright, so Astroman, we do have his weakness now, which is Homing Sniper. And that does weird things to Astroman. Okay. So the way that works is that anytime he's targeted by a homing sniper or hit by a homing sniper, he gets stunned. So if he comes down, you can just kind of make him stay there.
See you in my dream.
I'll be nice on you.
Right, there's a weird thing with Grenade Man where Thunderclock can reflect his flash bombs, and if you hit him on exactly the same frame with a flash bomb that you do with the Thunderclaw, then he'll take double damage. Unfortunately, there's no setup that we know of in RTA to do it, so you'll like never ever see it unless I do it by complete accident, but it exists. It'd be nice if someone could find a setup for it.
It's just a kid. Don't make me laugh.
Alright, I'm gonna try to chase Tengu again, but it's even harder now because I have an extra swap.
Here you go! No way! Tornado hold!
Missed one shot, but it's fine.
Regretful.
Freeze! I'll crush you. I'll make
Okay, so again, Frostman, he can't really do much. I do open this fight with a lemon, and the reason for that is because, as I mentioned earlier, Robot Masters in this game have 40 HP, and Flash Bomb only does 3 to Frostman, so he's going to end with 1 HP basically no matter what. You have to hit him 14 times, no matter what you're hitting him with, at least. So I decided to open with a lemon because it's easy to mash one out. And so here's Wily after this cutscene. You can, yeah. There was a point like 3 years ago where we were messing with like optimal refights order or something, and basically the consensus was that it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Alright, so here there's a wide variety of weapons that you can hit Machine with to do the optimal fight. Flame Sword, Astro Crush, and Water Balloon will all deal the same amount of DPS. Okay, and then here's Capsule. This is a really long Capsule fight because Wily has 40 HP, Flash Bomb does 2, and you can only hit him once per cycle. So that's 20 individual cycles here. Our time is going to stop as soon as Wily's health hits 0. Yeah, this fight was really hard for me as a kid too. Now, I'm still not sure how, like looking back at it, but I had a lot of trouble with this fight. The only threat is that you like die of boredom or something. 2 more hits. 1 more hit. That's time. I think that was a high 52, low 53 without the cutscenes, so that's pretty solid. Ow.
Pretty enjoyable run.
Thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites, so it's always nice to hear when people say they enjoyed it as well, especially considering the reputation the game has.
Just because the game has a
This is
reputation
not good.
for
He's been
odd
affected by
cutscenes
the
or
evil
stuff
energy.
doesn't mean that the
He will
mechanics
die
of the
soon.
game aren't solid and
Yeah.
the gameplay isn't solid, so
Yeah, of course.
this is the most important thing I'm speaking. So everybody that's watching, if you have not done so,
If your mind is
make
not
sure
completely taken
to
by the
follow
evil,
our runner
you'll be
orrsa.
safe.
Not only has he done a few awesome runs here for the event, he's done a ton of stuff behind the scenes to get
Mega Man,
bring him over the
I can
marathon
see into your mind.
up and running and have kept going this whole time. So massive thanks, orrsa.
Yeah, thank you.
been working so hard for justice. With your help, this planet will survive.
What happened, Mega Man?
He's going to be okay. He will regain consciousness soon. My job is done. I must go. I'll leave Mega Man up to you. But there's one more thing. I have a favor to ask.
Wake up! Wake up, Mega Man! Roll! Mega Man, you're okay! Am I alive?
Yes, you are. Duo saved you.
Duo.
Duo is gone.
Proto Man.
Mega Man, I have a message to give you from Duo.
From Duo, what is it?
He said, thank you.
Duo? Me too.
Me too.
Thank you, Duo.
Alright, well, I think we're gonna switch over to Mega Man 10, so